Who is fair game in politics? Are spouses and family insulated from political attacks? Are professionals who work in the public service fair game, and under what conditions? What about people who are not political players but work in positions that might be critical to the success of political parties like the youth economy or social assistance? Where do we draw the line of decency? Last Sunday, leaders of the United Workers' Party answered this question with varying degrees of energy, enthusiasm, and recrimination.
I am one, I never attack anyone personally. When I attack any politician, any party, I attack them on issues of the day. So if persons are out there attacking anybody personally, I would like to call on them to cease and desist. But I do not attack anybody personally, and it is not anything which I am going to condone by any member of our political party, if that exists as we speak. The country is very divided, and I'm hoping that there is going to be a day when we are going to come together as one nation, one people, put politics aside, look at the issues, work together to solve the many problems which are affecting each and every one of us in this country.
While Harold Stanislaus focused on his own personal ethics, Senator Dominic Fede pointed the finger at a former member of his party who now sits in the cabinet of the ruling party.
Given that the housing minister makes so much time and relieves himself from the cabinet duties to espouse political diatribe against even ordinary citizens of Saint Lucia, I wonder sometimes as well.
Fede was confronted with the question of whether the children of politicians are off limits or whether they are fair game.
I think I've absolutely made it clear to you how disgusted I am by the attacks on ordinary citizens by the Minister of Housing on his talk show, where instead of using his show to edify St. Lucians and to use it to tell them about a number of burning questions that they have, he uses it really to persecute ordinary citizens of St. Lucia.
Perhaps the most personal answers came from the public relations officer of the party, who pointed not to the controversial housing minister, but directly at the Prime Minister.
The example is usually set from the top. The reigning government has set the tone, and they are leading the way in the examples that they set. My son is not a politician. So when the Prime Minister is crying about his daughter and his party is attacking my son, I am a parent and a human just like him. I'm not crying foul. So if you dish out, be prepared to take.
Maltwood feels as his own family has been a target of personal attacks after his son was the beneficiary of the ruling party's youth development policies and programs.
I would expect that he made an application like every other Saint Lucian who is a taxpayer and a citizen has a right to do, and that he was considered on merit. And if he was granted anything from the program on merit, the Saint Lucia Labour Party has no right to politicize whatever he was granted and to use him as a political tool because he was given some contribution from the program. It goes to show that it is politics and not governance that is taking place in this country. Partisan politics.
If these answers are anything to go by, everyone in politics wants to be seen keeping high ethical standards, but no one can resist the temptation to descend into a tit-for-tat battle, especially not when their loved ones are targeted as fair game. For Choice News Now, I'm Jason Seafley.